Guys, before we tell you everything we know about the finest 89 original CR500 we've ever had, the lowest hours, before we tell you the history of it and everything we know about it, Junior wants to point out a couple exhibits that I think are relevant.
I just want to show you guys a couple things here. Original rear fender here. This is virgin factory equipment. Original pipe and silencer is perfect. This is what I really wanted to show, because you can take our word for, or just look for yourself. Usually turning the bars, these cables will rub a hole in the frame. That's original frame paint. The tags present and perfect.
Never had a paintbrush anywhere on this frame. This is all original. You can see where original wear marks right here.
This is insane. The original frame paint is dense and glowing. And I want to show you the frame rails. Obviously, these are perfect because we bought these from the original owner in Southern California. He told us that the wheels had never left the ground. And actually, there's factory case markings on the case halves right here that we just had to show.
I've never seen those before. They get blown off first time you power wash it.
The original pipe is perfect and dent-free. Maybe a couple little artifacts on the side here. This is as good as it gets here. Fork lowers, usually smashed on the rocks for off-road racing.
Look at the decal. Show them this decal.
Perfect. Original rubber is still present right here.
Show them the markings.
Decal on the fork. So these are the clues, guys. Yeah, check that out. Little factory marking right there on the factory show forks. So we shipped this in from, look at the factory rads are perfectly straight.
Oh, these are the nicest set of radiators I've ever seen on a used CR500, ever. Even like the new one in the crate look like this. There's not a bent fin on the radiators.
So we could go on. This is original equipment. Guys, this is 100% original plastics on the bike. Original seat cover, factory wheel sets perfectly straight. This thing is ultra impressive. Take a look at the photo gallery in eBay and to see all the up close shots. This is an impressive motorcycle. Total survivor.
Original one owner bike that the wizard went through it top to bottom. Anything you'd want to do was done. The brake fluid was flushed and clean. New DOT brake fluid, front and rear. It's got new air filter, new engine oil, new spark plug, fresh T2 fuel. It's got a new gold chain and a brand new set of Dunlop tires and a new set of Renthal bars. It's basically ready to roll into the museum or roll into the line at a vintage race or take it and beat up on the new 450s. Original seat cover is intact. Show them the side of the engine, how pristine. That's the original plastic factory cover, unretouched, unmessed with. It's been upgraded to the IMS Super Pro stock pegs. The bike is just absolutely freaking
original
remarkable.
Paint on the motor still like has a sheen to it. You know, the shifter, like this is the OEM shifter. This is the type of stuff that just gets bagged out over time with hours on the bike.
If you buy the bike, we have the paint in stock. We can paint these frame rails and you won't even know it was done, but we very rarely, if ever, get in a 500 with this clean of original frame paint, so we don't want to mess with it at all. But if you want that done, we'll include that painting of the frame rails so it'll look absolutely perfect. Let me roll it around to the other side.
Yeah, the lighting's a little bit difficult. We're trying to catch it in the sun so you see the full detail. The photo gallery will have some ultra high definition photos. Just go to kaplancycles.com, click the auction tab. This will be listed for auction coming up this weekend. Today is July 8th.
Clutch cover is been repainted, but other than that, there hasn't been a paintbrush on this bike. It's all original.
This will be listed over the incoming weekend.
We just sold the 2001 crated model for $78,300, and then this past week, one sold in Australia for $81,000 in the crate, and then it was stolen after the auction. So it's not hard to see that these things are skyrocketing in value.
That was Australian dollars, but still, it was a good value for a bike that looked as rough as that bike did.
Yeah, it didn't look nearly as nice as ours.
It was really
I don't know what
rough.
that one that was sold in the crate, in my opinion, was kind of a fraud.
It was
assembled.
Yeah,
it was on the crate, but it wasn't supposed to have the bars on it and the front wheel on it. So somebody had set it up previously, and it was filthy, and it sold for $50,000.
We'd have to check the conversion rates of moving target, but guys, we'll let the bike speak for itself. You don't find them like this anymore.
Can I tell you about the good news and bad news? The good news is this is the nicest one we've seen and the nicest one we've had. The radiators are absolutely pristine. The original tank, all the original graphics are mint. The bad news is, well, and this could be good news too, because they continue to skyrocket in value, but this is going to go for big money at auction. It's going to be expensive, but there might be a buy it now price on it, or we might let Freedom ring and see what she goes to. May the best man win.
The 89 is widely regarded as the pinnacle of the CR500 model for a couple of different reasons. This is the last year of the blood red color, blood red frame, classic Honda style. This is a bright red color. It's not Tahitian, it's not sun glow, it's not neon. This is the classic Honda bright red color on the frame. After this in 1990, they went to a white chassis until the end of production in 2001. Furthermore, the motor, this is peak of development for that CR500. There were no major changes to the engine assembly, the top end porting or what have you. They stayed the same throughout the end of production. This is also the early 89 to 92 short ratio motocross 5-speed gearbox, which is definitely the hot setup if you actually want to ride one of these bikes. It's just another little added bonus. In 93, they had no reason to cater to the motocross guys. They were catering more to the off-road and adventure guys, recreational riders. So the standard model came with a wide ratio transmission, which isn't really the hot setup for motocross. So I own an 89. This is, you know, aside from the blood red color and this being peak of production, it also has that cool shroud profile. And then the side number plates have that classic Honda look and that upswept seat with this 88, 89 CR logo right here. It's just, this is pinnacle, guys. It's just a piece of art, really. So
that happens to haul ass and have 52 rear wheel horsepower and 25% or 20% more torque than a new 450 on a dyno. About the same horsepower at the rear wheel.
So massive aftermarket is available for these bikes, and hop up parts and port specialists. And this is a bike that it would be a crime to take this one out and flog it off road. Being how nice it is, this probably should get hung up in someone's airplane hangar. But this is a bike that you can ride and rebuild multiple times. You could spend, you know, 30 years.
I think we're on the 7th engine on yours in the last.
Yeah, it's a cast iron bore. You know, when she gets tired every 100 hours or so, that's if you're riding her real hard. Then you bore it out and you put a fresh piston in it. And the cranks are completely rebuildable with aftermarket equipment, like through AJ Wagner, built500.com.
They make the entire engine aftermarket. They make billet cases, billet cranks, transmission.
So this is a cult following bike. There's a very, very strong market, and these are for classic motocross bikes. This is kind of high, this is high watermark for investment grade vehicles. There's you know, as far as volume of sales and ease of resale, you know, this is kind of the universal language. If you're into classic motocross off-road, this is pinnacle, and it would be an easy one to move in the future.
Ship it right to your door. White glove service, roll on, roll off. Call Junior 860-471-0192. Text him first. If you're interested in this bike, he'll call you right back. And we can finance it in-house here too through Freedom Road. Anything else you want to tell him?
No, man. Give us a call. 860-471-0192. Thanks for watching. God bless America.
Amen.